I feel like I've already lost you as a fan of the music.
I mean, that happened before we even met.
What is going on, everybody? King of Chaos, Logan Black here, and you're checking out Pro Wrestling Explained to my wife. Hi, wife.
Hi, husband.
I must be looking for this one to divorce me. I really, I'm broadcasting it to a broad audience. Today we're going to be checking out the Insane Clown Posse. Wrestling, not playing music. There's no music involved. There's no sound. We're going to watch them wrestle. Now, I'm fully aware that you are not a fan. I would consider myself to be somewhat of a fan of the stuff that Psychopathic Records does, and I definitely I need to get a Gathering of the Juggalos in before I croak. I know you won't be joining me, but thoughts on their abilities as wrestlers, or rather, what do you expect from them as pro wrestlers?
Not a lot.
Really?
I mean,
They've got their own wrestling promotion now. Lifelong wrestling fans. When the Backyard Wrestling video game had come out, they were the main characters of it. Do we feel like there might be some kind of wrestling know-how from these guys?
I mean, I don't doubt that they appreciate wrestling. I just, have no reason to believe they have any athletic prowess whatsoever.
That's fair. Well, if there's any chance that they're going to have some athletic prowess, this will be it, and this will be the chance to check it out. Let's go to the match now. Okay. So, yeah, there's a lot to take in here. Luna Vachon, who has been on the show before, this is her I mentioned later on when she got she got the boob job and was dressing a bit more sexy. This was post her dressing like that. She was part of the Human Oddities. Golga, who carried around a Cartman plush.
All right. Did they have to pay royalties for that?
I don't think so. I think the South Park people were more than happy to get, some product placement on primetime TV.
That's true. This was probably back when South Park was
actually
new.
It was them in South Park. And here go your favorites.
Oh, no. Why?
Listen.
At least I don't have to listen to the music.
Oh, terrible.
Yes, they are.
Oh, stop. I love the fact that Violent J is skinny here. Because I think this might have been the last point that he was skinny. The Insane Clown Posse, mostly obviously known for their music. It's what you know them well enough for.
Unfortunately.
They had the, I guess, privilege of having been, during this era, in WWF, WCW, and ECW. They were in every promotion.
All right. No non-competes here.
Well, no. Once they were done here, they went to WCW, or they might have went to ECW first, but all separate times. But over the period of 98 through 2000, maybe.
Okay.
And they did the music for the Oddities.
All right.
And I guess they started wrestling here as well.
Oh. Speaking of oddities.
Yep. The cat that you hold like a little baby. Yep. And the ass whooping commences. I cannot imagine that the headbangers, who are the guys in skirts here, I cannot imagine that they were sitting there going, yeah, we are going to be, super gentle and really try and get a good match out of these guys. They were probably, as it stands now, it looks like it's going to be a squash. Who knows where it goes. I could appreciate the fact that, ICP know how to bump.
That's true.
Well, Shaggy does. Jay just looks like he's doing his thing. And are we going to the finish already? I think we might be going to the finish already.
Oh, boy. Oh, we're getting a little intimate here.
Ugh. Oh. What a gross bump. Ugh.
That's unfortunate.
Man. Yeah, they had wrestled a few matches on each show. I think WCW gave them a bit more ring time. But, oh, God. Yeah, they got ring time in WCW, I think, a bit more than this. Oh, my God. Looking back on those, unprotected chair shots, Like, at this point, with everything we know about CTE, I mean, I'm sure these guys don't give a shit about giving ICP, CTE. A lot of...
Oh, I know.
Yeah, a lot of letters there.
Yeah.
Oh, but here come the oddities that come save the day.
Wait, when did they go back?
The ICP sent them to the back.
Oh, okay.
Man. Gotta love the Attitude Era, right?
Oh, right. So many gems.
Crotch chops and giving Vince the middle finger and blackface and 80-year-olds giving birth to a hand. Gotta love it. And ICP
Classic.
wrestling.
Classic.
So that probably wasn't the best introduction to the Insane Clown Posse as professional wrestlers. I feel like I've already lost you as a fan of the music.
I mean, that happened before we even met. So.
I think that's truly unfortunate, but that's just my take on it. Selfie seems to be totally fine with it, but what did you think of watching this Insane Clown Posse wrestling match? Keep in mind, this was when Raw was getting its best ratings ever, like at this point. Mm-hmm. Wrestling was the most popular that it was like ever since Hogan's era. And these guys are getting match time on primetime professional wrestling. What are your thoughts?
It was mercifully short.
You know, I had the option between this match or Jay and Shaggy against Rey Mysterio and Billy Kidman. Which, well, that's the thing. Like, I figured that match was a bit longer, and I also figured that, hey, that might be actually real. Because, I mean, Rey Mysterio and Billy Kidman could probably walk a broomstick to a decent match. Yeah. So I wanted to see, you know, what the Headbangers were capable of, and, you know.
Not much.
Well, I mean, they were a very capable team. They were just looking to murder people. But I guess that was the case here. Can I interest you possibly in revisiting ICP as a wrestling team? Like I said, I know I've lost you in terms of music.
If I have to.
I'll take it as a win. Well, that's going to be it for this episode of Pro Wrestling Explained. To my wife, you can check me out on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at King of Chaos NYC. And you're checking this out on the Year One Podcast YouTube channel. You should check out the podcast. So many awesome guests. We're 26 or so episodes in. You've got a lot if you want to binge it. And you can check that social media out at Year1 Pod. And for you, dear?
You can catch me on Instagram at Banana Lunch or Twitter at BenchBro Esquire. Watch me have a existential crisis about what I want to do with my hair next.
Well, for the missus and myself, love each other, love yourselves, love pro wrestling.